So many people love vacation. Vacation is this trip or unplugging activity to get away from the day-to-day living. And for most people, unplugging and vacation is exciting and it's something that they're looking forward to because for many people, the reality that existing day-to-day living that they're living feels resistance, feels pressure, feels busy, overwhelmed, and sometimes or even often frustrating. So in this video, I want to redefine what unplugging is and to explain a different perspective that what we really need to do is not to unplug, but to stay plugged in. And because most people are not staying plugged in, their life becomes chaotic, busy, overwhelmed, and they feel like they want to get away from to unplug for a moment. So let's unpack a little bit. In fact, this is one of my favorite things to talk about because it gives people a different perspective and idea how to live every single moment. So first of all, what I want to address is many people use this term vacation, unplugging, based on how most people see every single day. So people have this commitment, responsibility. Responsibility is another topic that I can create its own YouTube video because responsibility means to ability to respond, right? And I think many people get caught into this day-to-day responsibility and neglect the bigger responsibility why we came on this airplane. But I'm gonna create a different video for that. So unplugging is based on the busyness, right? And many people have this commitment, responsibility that they think they are a responsibility, and they have this urge to want to decompress a little bit. And also, meditation has been a little bit more popular. I heard somewhere that maybe about 20% of the people in the world, or maybe it's just the US, but are practicing or intending to practice meditation. So that's a good news. But the point here is that the thoughts that we're thinking every single day, imagine that the thoughts that we entertain in our mind every single day is uplifting and expansive and allows us to feel good. If you are experiencing that inside all the time, you will never feel like you want to unplug from it. You will never feel like you need a vacation. Needing is a term of the defense inside. When we have something that we think we need, that's based on the defense mechanism that are operating, right? So I know that many people think that, okay, I have this work situation, I have this family commitment, I have this project, I have this and this and that. And most of us are programmed to focus on the external circumstance and are not aware that their thinking are being caused by the circumstance. So automatically people start thinking that, oh, I am in this situation, living every single day in this circumstance, and I want to get away from it to take a break and vacation and unplug a little bit to be able to not to deal with that chaos. The truth that many people might not be aware is that it's not the circumstance that they are actually wanting to get away from, but they're busy thinking, focusing on the negative stuff. So if you have something that you feel doubtful or worry about or anxious about, some pressure that you're creating based on your perception, of course, nobody wants to feel contracted. Nobody wants to feel exhausting. Nobody wants to feel all of those negative, disempowered, contracted thoughts and emotion. And because most people are not able to discern the outside circumstance and inside experience, you think that by going away, you will feel that you can unplug, not thinking about it, right? So meditation, one of the practices or focus of meditation is to let go of the thought. So when you're not thinking, because the nature of us is movement, circulation cleansing happens, and you feel re-energized by dropping all those thoughts. But I think what needs to happen is that when they come back, because they are not aware of the discernment between the outside and the inside, they go right back into that circumstance. And because we have not been addressing the inside thinking, we will react again based on the circumstance, letting the inside experience be the effect of the outside, even though we're here to demonstrate the opposite. We're here to demonstrate that our inside is the cause and creating that purposefully so we can manifest and mold the outside circumstance based on how we want to create. Yeah. So that's one dilemma that I see people are experiencing. But let's go a little bit deeper. Now, when you are entertaining expansive, empowering, positive thoughts, those thoughts belongs to the connection with the creator. And what I mean by that is that when we are feeling expansive, that sensation and the state of the body, state of the mind, is what we are actually here to demonstrate. What we're actually here to demonstrate. And when we are fully connected to the source, through to the creator, whatever language that resonate with you the most. Some people define that as God. Some people define that as universal intelligence. Then you begin monitoring your thinking process to align with the essence of who you are. Then the external circumstance that once you felt that it was busy, overwhelming, many commitment, that the way in which you perceive changes because your thoughts becomes different. Now, let me shift the gear a little bit. I have met many people who had injury in the body, and because the injury was severe and sustained long enough, that shaped the person's personality. I could see when I spoke that the way in which she was talking, this particular person I have in my mind right now, was being influenced by that pain. Yeah. And I think that if you're thinking negative thoughts and if you're entertaining your mind with those destructive emotions, you start creating that energy inside and around you. So what if that busyness, responsibility, commitment, the sense of pressure that you are currently experiencing in the outside world has been actually being attracted through your inside energy? And many people get stuck here because people think that the outside is the problem. Even though intellectually they think that the inside is something that they need to change, because we're so programmed to focus on the outside using our five senses, their attention is in the outside and they want the outside to change without working on shifting our inside. Now, when we begin practicing connecting with the creator, fully living from that place, and I call that plugged in. Can you plug yourself into the source so what you entertain in your mind, your thoughts and feelings and emotions and belief are not limited, but unlimited and expansive? Now, many of us have this limiting belief that we were programmed through our childhood. Now, beliefs are not something that is absolute, but it's dynamic. And what I mean by that is that it's changeable. So until you look at your belief, you feel like that's just how it is. But when you begin questioning your belief, oh, I'm saying this, I'm doing this, I'm making this decision or not making this decision, or it's coming from my subconscious belief. And then you start asking, do I really want to believe this? And once you identify and begin changing that, beliefs are something that you can change through a pattern repetitive practice, right? So what we want to entertain and practice is the thoughts and the feelings and emotions and beliefs that allows us to feel expansive, no matter how much outside circumstance is not aligned with that. And then begin working on that first, and then continue to work on that first. And as long as you're filled with that energy, you're plugged in. And guess what that really means? If you're plugged in, it means that you will be living every single day a vacation life. The sense of decompression, the unplugging that many people experience through vacation, what if you can bring that right here in every single moment while you're living your quote unquote responsible life by plugged into the source, into the fifth dimensional spiritual plane. And by doing so, because now you're programmed to think expansively, to feel empowering, to have a limitless belief by working on your inside, by being plugged in, so you can feel like you are always, every single moment, on vacation. Because we have this free will. We were born free. We were born free. And the only thing that's getting in the way for us to experience freedom is our own mind. In our own mind, we want to be able to observe what those limitations are that we constructed so we don't get absorbed by it. So unplugging from the day-to-day life is not what we need sustainably, but to stay plugged into the fifth dimensional spiritual plane, the source, so you can feed your mind with energy that's aligned with the spiritual dimension. And then you will forever have a vacation every single day that you will never feel like you need to decompress and go somewhere else. I mean, traveling around the world and going to different places is fun. But if you leave where you are from the motivation of decompressing, when you come back, you will forever come back to this compressed life unless you will work on your inside to stay plugged in. Okay, so hope that was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next video.